Hi guys, welcome to the Maker's Notebook podcast number 29.
29.
I'm Tracy.
And I'm Stacy.
And you can find our information in the description box below.
Yep.
On social media.
Yeah.
So it's we're back again. A little bit of updates, not much.
Yeah, we have, well, we'll get into it, but allergies. Woo! Anybody else out there suffering really bad? I never used to have allergies till we moved here. And just, I think the last 2 seasons, it's been bad for me, like sinus.
She's never had.
I've never had
all the
allergies.
years. She's never had allergies. Her and my mom.
Yeah.
But her daughter and my other 2 sisters and me, we've always had it.
Yeah.
And moving here, it's like weird.
Yeah, and I think the up and down temperatures, like last week there were days that were 80.
Yeah.
And then last night was down to 30. Like that is really bad.
Yep. And it's gonna go up to 80 this weekend.
Up and down, up and down. I'm like, I need to live somewhere where the temperatures are even. If it's gonna be cold, at least if it's cold, like let it gradually get colder, warmer, as opposed to just this boom.
Up
It's
and down.
hot. Or hot, cold, like
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
So.
It's weird. Usually it's warm here by now, like in the upper 70s consistently.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been like a seesaw. And even to the point that the trees probably don't even know what to do because some leaves are coming in, some has just been in for a couple weeks, some are still coming in, some are still bare. It's like weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird season.
So if there's some sneezing and sniffling, please excuse us.
But yeah, it's just I hate. My daughter went to school this morning and she was just like miserable. Her eyes were watery, and it's like you're talking to her and you can see it, and she's like, "My eyes are watery. It's annoying."
Yeah, it is annoying.
Nose was itchy. It's like,
I could live without spring, honestly.
Yeah.
Winter, summer, fall. I love fall. I don't like the fall. Same thing like spring, the weather.
Oh, really?
Well, the up and down temps.
Oh.
But I do like fall. It's my favorite.
I looked on the weather app and it said the mold here is high.
Oh, is it the mold?
I think so. North Carolina has a mold problem, I think, from what I see. I've never had mold issues before till moving here.
Yeah. So I'm drinking my elderberry and echinacea tea. I'm a firm believer in echinacea.
Yes.
So
I take that when I feel something coming on.
Yeah, as soon as I feel it. For a while, when we lived in Jersey, I would take that. As soon as I went many years without a cold because every time I felt something come on, I would take that.
Yeah. Vitamin C and that.
Yeah.
So
anyway, so we're coming to you from the Lake Norman area, which is north of Charlotte. And nice clear blue skies and supposed to be 60s today.
Yes, yesterday was a monsoon in the morning.
Yeah, it was rainy. So anyway,
enough of the weather.
Enough of the weather. I was debating if we should talk about like like our old, like what we used to do for work, what we went to school for, just to give an idea, because we have a bunch of new viewers. So to see and how we got started with knitting, and I'm sure some of you probably went back and looked at our initial videos, but I guess we can kind of sort of reintroduce ourselves. So you can start.
Oh goodness,
put you on the spot. Didn't come prepared.
Kidding. I mean, it's
what you used to do for a living.
Oh.
You graduated from Rutgers.
Went to Rutgers and I graduated with a degree, a bachelor, BA in labor studies, and I worked for a management consulting company called Accenture, and I used to manage the new business pipeline in this system, where the system was an integral part of the company because this particular system would spit out information that was reported directly to Wall Street, so it had to be very accurate. So I managed that for my Central American clients, so that would be clients in the Central, like Illinois and Central states.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then after I had kids, it was kind of hard to manage it all because everybody wanted to have a meeting at 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening, which was very hard.
Yeah.
And before you didn't have kids, you didn't have to worry about that. But then when you had children, it changed everything.
Yeah. Kind of hard.
Yeah. What I did love about it was that I worked from home and I had that flexibility.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, but I worked from home. But then, fast forward, had kids, basically I became a stay-at-home mom. And then so my youngest one, when she came along, I only put her in daycare for like a couple months, and then my husband didn't like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I don't want her in daycare at all.
So, by the way, that's how Tracy and her husband met.
Yeah, we met at the same company. He was a consultant. He was in the field, and I was, in the home office. Not home office, I shouldn't say that, but I was in the office.
Mm-hmm.
But then, fast forward a few years, my sister here at the time was living in California, and she also, we used to crochet when we used to live together.
Since we were younger, we used to crochet.
I used to make blankets. But then, fast forward years later, and I'm home now, and I've got my foot in with being with my kids and got them on a schedule and everything. And I needed something to do, and she would send me these different things like Project Life, December Daily. And she even mentioned knitting. I'm like, knitting? That's for old ladies. Anyway, I continued to crochet, but I didn't have time to crochet. So then, I'll say a few years later, 2015-ish, I decided on a whim to buy some. We went to Michael's. So she had moved here. We went to Michael's and I bought some needles and some yarn to just practice knitting. And I was like, slow start. Wasn't interested. Then I bought some higher needles a few months later, and it took off. It just took off like crazy. I was just obsessed.
This was like 2015, you would say?
Yeah.
Oh, 16?
2015. Okay. And it took off in the end of 2015, because I remember in 2016 we went to the White House for spring break. We went visiting the White House, and in the entire drive there, because we drove there, we were driving together. I was knitting the entire time.
And so the addiction started.
And it started that way, and learning. And when I learned to knit, thank God for YouTube, because YouTube is what helped me, and plus having Stacy here. However, when I was knitting doing the wrap the wrong way. I was doing it the opposite way. And it's Stacy who caught it, and she said, "Wait a minute, let me see what you're doing here." And it's like I corrected it, and it took off.
Because she's left-handed knitter.
I am.
Yeah.
I love it. I tried my first pair of socks, loved it. Tried my first sweater, loved it. Hats, loved it. Gloves, everything. The only thing I haven't knitted was a blanket, and that's just daunting to me. Too much.
Yeah.
I'd rather crochet a blanket.
Yeah.
So that's where I hail from. We hail from Trinidad and Tobago. Lived in New Jersey and then eventually moved here.
Moved away, to different places.
Yeah.
So I went to a couple colleges, but then I actually finished up at this university called Rider University with a BSBA. I think that's what it is. It's been so long since I even referenced it. So Business Administration and Computer Information Systems. Actually, right now I'm doing some tutorials on data analysis. I like data. So I'm thinking I should I've been out of work because I should back up. So then once I graduated and things like that, I got into the field of pharmaceuticals, working for like Novo Nordisk back in Princeton, New Jersey. Probably know them for diabetes, clinical trials and that stuff. Anyway, so I've been in the clinical trials since like 2002 to like 2017 or so. Even in California, it was easy to get a clinical trials job, because there's all those biotechs in the Bay Area. Coming here, there's really none in the Charlotte area, except for probably one CRO, which is a clinical research organization that works with pharmaceuticals to help with their certain aspects of their clinical trials. I think If there are any pharmaceutical, no, yeah, there is not really much here in North Carolina. Maybe there are other organizations that help pharmaceuticals up in Raleigh, but really, there's no farmers here, I don't think. So anyway, everything is up north or out west. So I would need something to work from home to even get back in that field. So I figured just maybe the other day, I'm like, oh, I should get into data analysis to, get back in the game. And then I can do data analysis for, I'm thinking, clinical research, right, for pharmaceuticals, and maybe work with data in that aspect. And then I could probably work remotely because pharmaceuticals tend to want you to come in, especially if you're in the department of actually running the clinical trials, which is what I used to do. Anyway, so yeah, I've stopped working since 2017 or so, and I've been home with my son. And I started knitting when I first had my son, so that was 2010-ish. I got into knitting, and it was all Susan B. Anderson. She introduced me to, because I knitted toys, and I wanted to knit a toy for my son. And then from there, she introduced me to Grocery Girls.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then these video podcasts through YouTube. And then it was a rabbit hole from there. And I was like, okay, I want to knit a garment, but I don't want it to be I don't like crochet stitches for knitted garments. For garments. So I was like, I got to learn how to knit a garment. So I did. One day I'll have to show our first knits.
Oh,
maybe we can show that and how we feel about it today. But yeah, and so that's what I've been up to up till now.
Speaking of you don't like crochet garments to wear, and we were in Anthropology the other day, and I saw this vest, a crocheted vest, a granny square crocheted vest.
Right. Yes.
And it's just like, huh.
So, talking about that reminds me. So a couple of years ago, a pattern came out, and I forgot the yarn company name. You guys know it if I remember to insert the name here. But yeah, I can't remember the name of it. But they had this garment, and it was crocheted, and it's so nice. And I was like, okay, I want to do that. And then, like Tracy said, we've been seeing these crochet garments all over, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay. A granny square sweater. A granny square vest. It's like, and it felt so nice and substantial.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
I'd knit that. Crochet that. So anyway.
Yeah.
It's evolving. It's getting more cooler.
The cool girl, according to Valentina.
Yeah.
From House of Valentina.
Tracy and I are obsessed with watching home decor videos. And so one of our favorites is the House of Valentina. And I look at these guys, especially my favorites, as my personal shoppers for all things home. How to do it more unaffordable. Because they, and they shop and they give you the links. And so you just go, So we've been all over that. Give you a lot of ideas.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's not good for the pockets sometimes because you want to go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, gotta pace yourself. Anyway.
So what I'm wearing, Tracy's not wearing anything knitted today. I tried to wear something that's like a show off what I'm wearing the...
It's kind of warm to be wearing knits.
It is warm.
It's cool outside.
It is cool. Yeah, it's warm in here though. The Comfort Fade Cardi by Andrea Maury.
Oh yes.
This here is this gray hair is Graphite by what's those guys' name?
Madeline Tosh?
No, the one in Ireland. Why I can't remember the name of it.
Look it up.
I have it up in my
Ravelry
here because I wanted to remember. Hedgehog. How could I forget that? Hedgehog fibers. It's all DK. And then the rest of it, which is 3 other colors, is Hue Loco. Anyway, it's all my information is in Ravelry. So that's what it fades.
She did a great job with the color combo. It looks phenomenal.
So that's what I'm wearing.
I'm not wearing anything, y'all.
So we can get started with finished objects, which, do you have any?
No, I haven't had time.
I don't have any finished objects. This is our first time. The one without.
Last week we didn't have any finished. Oh, you had finished objects. Oh,
so this is the episode, the one without any finished objects. That's what we'll title the video.
Oops. I have just a bunch of works in progress, and I thought I was finishing my cowl in time for the podcast, and last night I'm like, oh yeah, we only got like 5 or 6 rows to go.
I lied.
Oh, you can show that?
I can't show it, but I'll show you this part. So I can't really talk about it because this is a test knit for Tiff Nealon sweater coming out called Spruce. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out, but I finished it. This was fun, and I will rant and rave about this when it comes out. Beautiful. And I block it and I'll wear it. When you see me wearing it, I can show it. But that's my F.O.
We can't talk about it.
But we can't really talk about it. So it's still the one without anyway.
Yeah. So I don't have anything. No F.O.s. Sorry, guys. I have a bunch of work in progress, though. That's what I have.
Okay, you want to get started with work?
Yeah.
Whips.
Yeah. So I am working on. I thought I was going to be finished, but I'm not. This is the Garter Snake Cowl by Lavanya Patricella. And last time, you guys, I think I was only up to here, I believe. But I'm in the frame. But
yeah. This
here, oh my gosh. This is my first time brioching. Not too bad. So
looks good.
Yeah. So I thought I would finish it for today's podcast, but I got down to a certain point, and then I read the last line, and I thought I had 5 rows to go, and I realized it's like, wait a minute. Repeat those last 2 rows.
Are you losing stitches?
No. Repeat these last 2 rows 34 times, and I'm like, well, that ain't happening.
Not today.
Not today. So that was last night, so I couldn't do it. But anyway, so far it's looking good, and I made a mistake at one point at the last podcast. I told you guys, and Stacy had to help me correct it. But so far, I haven't had any mistakes. The only thing that's like I'm trying to avoid, but I keep doing it, is having this line. I don't know if I can show it to you.
Oh yeah.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see it? So this is where the beginning of the round is.
Yeah.
And I try
maybe it'll block out.
I hope so. I try not to pull it too tight or leave it too loose.
Yeah.
Where the line is still happening.
Yeah.
So something I got to be mindful of, especially with a cowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
maybe
line.
it'll block out. But this is a you said fingering weight, right?
Yes.
So she has a DK version,
she
which
has, yeah.
I would like to knit. Because I've knit the fingering, but I gifted it to my sister, other sister, so I would like to knit the DK.
It's a pretty big cowl. I didn't think it would be this big, this long.
But it fits so cozy on your neck,
yeah,
right?
I can't wait. So the yarn I'm using, I don't know if you guys remember the last time, but it's the gray is Miss Bab's Yummy 2-ply in the color Catbird, and the lighter color, the yellow variegated one, is Yarn Experiments Monkey Sock in the color Summer Crush. And the needle I use is size 5. I went up 2 needle sizes because I'm a tight knitter, and I didn't want this to be tight on my neck. And I didn't make any modifications because, hey, I'm going into brioche. I can't modify nothing.
Yeah.
So
there's no need to.
Yeah. Yeah. So for those of you who's sitting on the fence like I was for the last couple of years about brioching, because my sister here loves brioching, and she always talked about it and kept saying one day, and I see why she loves it. It's very meditative, it's fun, it's easy. I'm not in the frame. Sorry guys.
But and the material feels so substantial. It's so squishy.
Yeah. It feels very squishy. Yeah. I love how even the stitches look in between,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but I love how the stitches look in between.
Yeah.
So anyway, I could go on talking about this all day long.
Wax poetic.
So that's what I have. So
nice. Are you going to cast on another brioche project anytime?
I do. I want to cast on probably like a flat a shawl.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready for sweaters yet. Maybe a hat. I need to find a brioche hat pattern. I don't know because that involves decreasing decreasing, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think I'm ready. I think. If not,
Okay, so guys, after finishing that lovely sweater by Tiff, I started thinking. I'm like, I need to clean out all the whips I have upstairs, either frog them or finish them.
yeah.
And so I revisited my love notes. I was using Knot House yarns. The color, it's a DK weight. No, it's worsted actually. It's Superwash Merino, 100% better with age is the colorway. 218 yards, but I felt the love note called for worse DK, and I felt that when I swatched, I actually got gauge with this worsted. So maybe her worsted is maybe a light DK, maybe? I mean, I don't know. I mean, a DK, maybe it's a light worsted instead of worsted. I don't really know, but because I'm not an expert at those things. And I started this back in 2020.
Is it that long?
Yeah, that's what my Ravelry note says.
Oh my gosh.
So here we go. I ripped it back.
This feels nice.
And I made it longer because it was too short for me. I made it as long as my 13 inches. I try to go for the body to make it fit nicely, at least comparable to my green sweater, which is what's it called? It's the Kira one with the Kira yarn. I wore it last week, I think. But tilled. So I knit this the same length as tilled.
Oh, nice. So you have an idea of what you want.
Yeah, I measured it. I can't wait to wear it because I tried it on and I was like, oh, why? I need to finish this because it fits.
But it feels nice. It doesn't feel itchy at all.
Yeah, I find that my favorite sweaters that I've been wearing are the superwash.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll be itching.
I hate that.
So I need to be real with myself and just go for the superwash ones for garments and then tonal, or slightly, speckled, but not too crazily speckled.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna wear it either.
Yeah.
And not too cropped because I ain't gonna wear that either.
Right.
13 inches I think is
Be
my
smart.
minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the perfect length for me, for my torso. So I finished one sleeve. I think it comes up to like here, like what do you call that?
3/4.
Yeah. And I'm almost done. I was trying to finish for the podcast, and I literally have like one more round, then a decrease round, and then 5 rounds of ribbing for the cuffs, and I'm done with this.
I don't wear my own either because it's too itchy for me.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to do one in superwash.
Yeah, I think we need to be real with ourselves.
Yeah, because I don't like anything itchy.
Yeah, we don't like itchy yarn.
That's why I don't wear them on the podcast either. It's like, oh, I don't want to sit there.
It's too hot because here is too hot. But I think even on a cooler day, I wore the tilt on a couple weeks ago for your daughter's birthday, and it felt so light. It felt just really nice.
Yeah.
Like even though it wasn't cold outside, it felt nice.
Yeah.
And that was sport weight. So next podcast, hopefully I'll try to wear this if it's not too hot.
We get another May.
I may not be able to wear that though because I'll have this to wear, my spruced test knit. I don't know. We'll see who wins out. Might be that though. That's a DK versus this is worsted, supposedly. But anyway. Yeah, so here we go.
Very nice.
Probably getting washed out, Tracy and I in the back of this. It has a high-low hem, which I did. You could barely see it because it needs to be blocked.
Yeah. It's a dark color, so it's kind of hard to see on the lights.
Yeah, it's like a plummy color. I don't know if you can pick that up. Yeah, you can.
Purpley plummy.
I love the lacing here.
Yeah,
I can't wait to wear it. I was debating if to do short sleeves, but then I would have an extra skein of yarn, and I was like, no, I want to use it all up and be done with it. So, that's the only modifications I made was to make it standard length, like 13 inches. Other than that, I knit the size medium, which I think when I tried it on, it fit a little bit on the snug, not snug. It fit exact, so when I block it, it's gonna just loosen up and it'll be perfect. I used size 9 needles.
You got gauge?
With that, I got not well back then, and I did do that helical knitting for part of it, but then when I got to the bottom here, when I had to think back. Okay, so in 2020, I did helical knitting once I got past the lace up to about here. And then when I tinked back, when I picked it back up the other day, I tinked it back up to right there where the short rows began, because it has short rows to get the high-low thing going. Right. I didn't bother with the helical. And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like there's any variations in it.
No, you didn't. If you didn't say anything, I want to know.
The yarn dyer, not House, I forgot her name. She did a good job dyeing these up. I'm out of frame. Tracy and I, we have to get used to this setup because I'm using I'm using my computer to record and this camera thing, so I can't really see what you guys are seeing. Yeah. Anyway, because we have to keep looking at the computer to see what you guys are seeing.
No, so if we keep looking this way.
Yeah, so I apologize for that. So anyway, love note, and I should be done with that today. And then, well, anyway, we'll talk about what we want to cast on next later.
So much to want to cast on. Mm-hmm. I am working on Bowness. Is it Bowness? Bowness by Orlane and Sucche, and I would have had so much more done, but I had to rip back half the sweater because okay, I don't know how to explain this. It's not poorly written, but it is poorly written, if that makes sense.
Well, it's written in such a way that you would have to think 100 times about it because
it's not clear.
You said the people who she wrote it for,
right, the fiber company.
Yeah, they wanted the pattern written a certain way, so the author cannot go, the designer cannot go back and revise it.
Nope.
To make it clearer.
Right.
So
yeah, so a lot of people, quite a few people said it was a great knit. It was very fast, and it's like, wow.
It's all about perspective.
I really don't see how this made sense to you because quite a few other people had, the same issue I had, and this one lady explained why, and because she had reached out to her, and there was nothing she could do about it, the author. So anyway, I had to rip back. I got down to here, and I had to rip back all the way up to here. Does this make sense? I had to rip back halfway and start back again because my patterns wasn't lining up. Something was not adding up. So after reading the comments, I realized that I had to basically budget to make it work for myself.
Oh, geez.
And now they're lining up. So now I'm rocking and rolling. And
it's a vest though, right? But
it's long sleeves.
Is it long sleeve?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making the vest.
No, I plan to make the vest. That's what I'm going to cast on next.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm rocking and rolling, and I just want to find a block of time to sit and knit, but I just can't seem to get that right now. And I keep going out of the frame.
I know.
Sorry. And I love this design. Anyway, I didn't make, I made modifications, but that's because I had to tinker with it to get my squares to line up. So, if you make this, maybe you might have a better time than I do.
Just refer to other people's notes, maybe?
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely refer to other notes. But the yarn I'm using is the West Yorkshire Spinners. This is the Croft Shetland, and it's the color. It's called Belmont. And what kind of yarn is this? I think this is
It's probably non-superwash wool.
It's probably yeah. Do I have the tags? Sorry guys, I have the tags. So this is it. Is it? Do you see? Aran weight.
100% Shetland wool. I'm thinking it's not superwash.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
So it's an Aran weight sweater, and I use size 10.5 and size 9 as my needles, and the modifications, like I said, I made was to get my squares to line up, so I had to kind of guess my way. I can't even explain it. When I sit down to write my notes in Ravelry, I'll explain it better. But I made a size 2, so we'll see. Now I'm rocking and rolling. I'm enjoying it now. We'll see. Wish me luck. So yeah. So it's an easy knit. The pattern is easy itself because it's just knits and purls. That's it.
Yeah.
But
where did you struggle? In just the numbering, or where was the confusion?
the confusion in the beginning was when you have to start off in the flat, and then you kind of what you call it?
Bring it together.
Bring it together, and that was not 100% clear, right?
Oh, okay.
Then the second time was once you get past this first round of patterning, right? Mm. You go to the next side. And she says something like, continuing the pattern correct. I'm like, what does that mean?
Continuing the pattern correct?
Yeah. What does that mean? I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, the pattern is correct. No matter where what part you're in, right?
The fiber company, where are they?
I don't know.
I think England?
Are they? It must be a terminology that they use. Yeah. Right? But then it's like, then she will say, she had you move when you section off of the sleeves, she had you move the beginning of the round marker.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then it's like, that wasn't 100% clear.
Okay.
And it's like, but before I hit that part to section off the sleeves, this part right here is a different part of the chart. And it didn't explain exactly where you could where to start in the pattern. Mm-hmm. It wasn't clear on the chart. Okay. The chart is a little messed up. Okay. So, well, not clear, I should say, not messed up. It's a little unclear. So I had to basically figure it out on my own. So I think a lot of people had to do that. So,
yeah. Huh.
Yeah. But I like it though. It's a nice pattern.
It is very nice.
Yeah. Check it out in Ravelry and let me know what you guys think of this pattern in terms of the look of it, the sweater. So, I like Orlane Sucche's design.
I love her design.
I want to make a vest of hers. So.
Yeah, I want to make that vest.
Yeah. So that's what I have.
I have the only other project I have on the needles is Shimmering by Lesley Ann Robinson from her brioche knitting book. I'm going to work my way through this book. I'm not necessarily going to knit every item, but I'm definitely going to knit most of the items in here. I didn't get far. Well, actually, I kind of did, but it had to go on hold for a little bit because of the test knit I did for Nealon. So it starts off with the honeycomb brioches with one color. Then you combine 2 colors here, and then another 2 colors here, and then it keeps going, then 3 colors, and then you're working your way back the other way as well, working down to that 1 color. So I'm on the first 2 color honeycomb brioche, and then it'll be the single color, and then I'm done. Wow! I should be done with this for the next part.
It's very pretty.
These are my favorite needles, the Lickers. I use it it's my go-to for all my, I only go to the other stuff when I have nothing else.
Really? I love the higher.
I love the Lickers.
I love higher.
Really?
Oh, I think my go-to.
This is like the perfect in-between needle for me.
Is it?
It's not slippery and it's not, there's no drag or anything on it. So anyway, this is fun. Easier than the Cowl, the first Cowl I knitted from that book. Mm-hmm. The Cowl is good in that you learn all these new, brioche techniques like decreasing, increasing, and this kind of thing. And this one is interesting in that you learn this honeycomb brioche, and working with like even 3 colors, right? It's pretty cool. So yeah, I love the color. So anyway, so I should talk about the color. I think this is a size 4 needles, and the colors. I should put on my glasses because I can't see anything. The yarn is by, as I mentioned before, Suburban Stitcher. It's the Silky Singles in 70/30, 400 yards each. It's merino silk. River's Edge, Nudie Patootie, and Predictability. Nudie Patootie must be the cream. And then Predictability must be the pink, and then River's Edge must be the green. Anyway, yeah, fun knit. If you're looking, I'm just taking my time because I love brioche so much. I don't need to rush it. I think all the shawls I knit this year would be brioche. So yeah, that's it. I should have it done for the next vlog. And that's all I have as far as whips.
Oh. I have two more.
Two more? You need the sock rockers for that?
Yeah. I think I showed this last time, but I didn't finish it.
Other side.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not do that right. I showed you guys this the last time, but I thought I would have it done by now, but life happens, right? So, ta-da! So this is the Little Paddocks socks by Ambrose Smith. You guys know I love me some Ambrose Smith, and it's the yarn is Lola Bean yarn bean sprout, and the color is Diablo, and I use size 1 needles. No modifications. I'm up to the heel flap, and this is my carpool knitting project. So that's probably why I'm so slow, because we were off last week from school, so I lost a week of knitting. No modifications, simple, easy pattern. I love her patterns.
I need to cast on some socks.
Yeah, you always gotta have a pair of socks on your knees, right?
I need to cast them on. I have some that I frogged, so I must recast on something.
On Sunday, we were having a discussion with my daughter, and she was like, "Mommy takes her knitting everywhere she goes." And Stacy goes, "Well, duh." She said, "I feel sorry for people who don't knit. What do you do?
What do you do when you're waiting? Like my son has baseball practice, and it's like an hour and a half long. I'm like, that's fine. I'll sit in the car and knit. Yeah, all alone. Nobody there to
harass you.
Yeah.
Or mess with your count.
It's like the best time ever.
Oh my gosh. On Wednesdays, my oldest daughter, she's in tutoring for an hour. And the younger one, sometimes she goes to tutoring, sometimes she doesn't. And it's just like the days she doesn't, it's like, why aren't you in tutoring?
Right.
Because it's like, to go home and come back, it's futile, right? And it's like, plus with gas prices the way they are, so it's like we hang out at a park near the school in the car, and it's like the entire time. It's like she's been holding up all day at school, not talking, and then she gets in the car, she lets it go.
Tell you everything.
Oh my gosh. And it's just like, really? I'm running errands. I want to knit. And the last thing I have, I am working on a baby blanket. Very simple crochet. When I think of baby blankets, I like to crochet them because I feel like they go faster.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
So this is a very simple, easy crochet pattern. Something that that I'm loving. You forget how much you love crocheting, right?
I like crocheting.
I do. I love it. It's just the yarn makes a difference, and I love.
That's so cool. The stitches, like, I don't know. This look more like and then this row looks different.
Yeah, it's several different.
Where'd you get the pattern from?
Ravelry, and this is Kristin's Precious Blanket by Lashley. And it was a free pattern. I couldn't find anything that I really liked. I didn't want anything too lacy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have time to look. I only got like 5 pages deep, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. And the yarn I got from Michael's is Loops and Threads Baby Delight, a DK weight, and it's like a rainbow color. I think I might need. I'm on my second skein already. I think I may need one more skein, but I'll probably half it. I don't know. We'll
I like
see.
how it's greens and creams and grays on it.
It looks like sorbet, doesn't it? And the I don't know what color it is. The yarn. Oh, it's called Blossom. Sorry.
Blossom.
Yeah. And
it feels good. It's not itchy or anything.
Right? It feels real nice and soft, right?
Yeah.
That's the yarn.
Nice.
And the needle I'm using is size G hook. And it feels nice. I feel like it's a nice soft blanket for a baby.
Yeah. You could put it over a car seat. You know, the baby
stroller blanket.
Stroller blanket. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So I figured, I'll do this.
I'm supposed to make, it's for my niece. I'm supposed to make a toy. But I'm like, I'm not into the making toy mood right now. Maybe I'll make, I don't know. Maybe I'll make socks and a hat and maybe another blanket, maybe?
Yeah.
You can never
have too many blankets.
And then when I feel like making a toy, which could be sometime this year, I'll make one.
Yeah. Make a blanket.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can have too many blankets.
Yeah.
I'm
in the mood for a toy.
I don't think you could have too many hats either.
You're gonna be in the mood for these things.
No.
There's
jumped on it really quickly while I was in the mood.
Yeah. There's one by Ron Strong I want to make. I sent it to Tracy, but
what is this?
It's a Tunisian double trouble Afghan. Ooh. And it's really nice. It's a free pattern he has, and it's using Tunisian crochet, which I've done before, but not in a while. So I'll have to get back the needles. I think I might have gotten rid of them.
Oh.
But it's such a cute blanket. I'll try to flash a picture here since it's I guess I'll try to flash a picture.
That's
it's
nice.
So pretty. I want to make it in those exact colors too.
Oh my gosh, it's like the yarn I have, similar.
Yeah, it's almost. Yeah.
Similar,
yeah. But I really feel like I want to make that. So I should do what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think she'll appreciate it very much.
Yeah. And maybe some socks to go with it or something. Yeah. And a hat if I could figure it out. But definitely socks. Socks takes like 2 minutes for baby feet. So that's all we have.
That's all I have. Was hoping to have the correct vest by Orlane Sucche casted on this time, but no dice. Next time.
So for me, I want to cast on Edible Thoughts Make Stephanie. She inspires me quite a lot, quite a bit. She does. And she made this wild poppy pullover. Check her out, her podcast. They're very detailed, more detailed than ours. She's really good at explaining these things. Yes. We're not as good. It's the wild puppy pullover, and she made the second version recently, which is like what color is that, gray and pink-ish?
Yes.
And it's so nice, and I want to make it. So I'm looking at my stash, and I'm like, I would need like 1,100 yards. Okay. And I mostly have 800. And you can totally, Tiff for this pattern offers 2 sizes, cropped and standard length. But let's face it, if it's cropped, I'm not going to wear it.
Even with a dress?
Am I going to wear with a dress though? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you would wear crop with a dress. Like, I would never see you wearing crop with jeans.
Yeah, that's not my look.
No, I know it's not your look. But the dress is not your look either.
Yeah, the dress definitely, or skirt.
A skirt, yeah.
But she made a short sleeve, which I'm down for. I'll see if I can make it work because I have a couple. It's fingering weight, and so I have a couple fingering weights, 2 skeins of fingering weight, which can work cropped, and maybe if I do short sleeves. But maybe I think what I can do is knit the sleeves. Start up here, the yoke. Knit this, when it says to put the sleeves on hold or whatever, I don't know what the pattern says because I haven't read it. then maybe do the sleeves before finishing the body, so that way I can use all the rest of yarn for the rest of body.
And then if you decide you can do short sleeves or not.
No, I can just do short sleeves.
Right.
And then, because let's face it, I'm going to wear short sleeves more often here in North Carolina than Wednesday. And then just use the rest of the yarn to work the body, so that way I can use as much of it as possible and maybe get something between cropped and standard length, maybe? I don't know. But I love that sweater. It's so nice. Stephanie's version here, her second version, I love it. I don't remember the first version what it looked like, but that second version really got my eye.
She's great with colors.
She's superb with colors. So that's what I want to knit next, and then obviously some sort of pair of socks. So you should see that coming. And once I finish that shimmering, I want to start another
brioche pattern.
I just want to make sure I'm in the frame here. Yeah, I'm gonna start another brioche pattern. I'm thinking. I can find it quickly. I'm thinking this one here. Oh, sorry, this one here.
That's pretty. I like the colors too.
It's glorious and dazzling. It's two color shawl. It's two colors, but the way she did it, it looks like three. I don't know.
Wow.
Wait a minute, let me see. She said two color shawl, but it's three colors.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So one is light mauve, one is dark purple, and one is teal.
Uh-huh.
It's very nice though. So I think I might cast that on next.
It's pretty.
And a pair of socks.
Gotta do socks.
Oh, I am working on half and half very slowly, but I'm not going to show it till I get to the second color. I think it's useless showing you 2 rows at a time.
I know.
Yeah. So
I think I'm gonna do that for vacation because that's a nice mindless knit.
Yeah, and I'm knitting the size in between for the half and half. I'm knitting the size in between the small and the large. I'm doing what Stephanie did. She casted on I used her numbers to cast on that middle size color using 2 colors. A quantity of 2 of each color.
All right.
So anyway, that's our dream knitting. You have anything else you're gonna knit?
No, I want to cast on that vest next, and I want to do a brioche shawl. That's my next thing, but I'm looking for a pattern. I'm gonna have to scour Ravelry. I'm pretty sure there's plenty out there.
Yeah. Between Stephen West, Andrea Murray, Lesley, she's really good, and Lavanya. You should have enough.
She should have plenty, right? And then there's that one from Caitlin Hunter, Okasa, which I believe.
It's a sweater?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to cast that on. If I have to see what I have in stash. If not, shopping.
Yeah. We want to try and, but we were talking about it. We haven't really bought yarn this year.
Yeah.
Only for projects we actually cast it on.
Right.
So like for spruced, I bought that yarn, and for shimmering, I bought that yarn this year. We haven't been buying yarn to hoard.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. I would love to buy yarn to hoard, but then it's like it's going on 2 years, 3 years, 4 years is sitting there.
But the thing is, when you write, is 1 skeins of this and that, or 2 skeins, and it's never enough for the project you want.
Yeah.
So it's better if you want to knit a garment, you just buy it
what you need.
What you need when you want it, when you want to cast it on.
Yeah, I'll still buy a skein here and there because I like doing that for socks.
Yeah, socks.
Sometimes I see a pattern, I'm like, ooh, and I just go look in my stash, my small stash, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I have something that I can knit, some socks or a hat or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
I definitely want to knit down my stash.
Yeah. So, but that's not to say I won't be buying yarn when I'm traveling or something.
Oh yeah, because they're going on a travel road trip, so you must buy yarn. I mean,
yeah. So, but that's I'm excited to start that vest. I haven't knit a vest ever.
Yeah.
And I don't usually wear vests, so this will be interesting. So,
I like the idea of a vest. You could wear a tee under it and then wear the vest over it.
Yeah. Wear even
perfect for weather here, right?
Yeah. You could wear a form-fitting
Tee, long sleeve tee.
Long sleeve tee. I like it. I like it fitted.
Yeah.
I don't want to say bodysuit because I don't like bodysuits, but just some effect with the sweater over it. That'd be cute.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
Dare I say, and mom jeans. Because my kids look at me like, you wear mom jeans? Well, hello, I'm a mother. Hello.
Not only you can be cool, rest of us can be too. No matter the age.
Yeah, you guys are biting off of us, moms.
You know, it's so funny. We used to be the young and cool ones, and now they're looking at us like,
yeah, right? It's like, come on. I'm still cool. I'm still hip.
The nerve.
It's funny though. They watch everything I do. You know, they watch everything we do. So
yeah.
It's like they just try to mimic us, but they try to do it in their own fashion.
Yeah.
To make it cool. So anyway.
So anything else you're planning in the next couple weeks?
I'm planning to get my vegetable garden going.
Oh,
I started it inside, and I'm going to be transferring it outside in the next week or so. So that's my next project I have to do.
I bought the Vigo, whatever, garden. So this is my first time having this sort of raised garden setup. And I have to go, I'm looking at my neighbor's yard across the street. They have a bunch of trees. So I got permission to go over there and pick up sticks and whatever I can find to start building the bed. I think I have to start with cardboard, and then wood, like logs and stuff, and then the sticks, and then the compost, and soil and all that. So far, I bought at my farmer's market, I bought tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, which Tracy suggests I plant in a separate pot, standalone pot, which... Because it gets to be
big.
Little Shop of Horrors
big
size.
Yes, at least mine did. My 2 plants were crazy.
Yeah, I'm doing heirloom tomatoes because we like caprice, tomato caprice.
Yes.
And basil and
peppers, right?
I'm doing red pepper. And I still have to go find some more things. Like I would like to do a vegetable, right? Like chard or something.
Yeah.
So once I see those at the market, I'll pick them up.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still kind of cold, right? So I brought my plants inside because I don't know, like...
Yeah, because they're saying the last frost date for North Carolina is the end of March. So
but
this morning it went down to like 30, 40 degrees. So it's still not freezing, but it's close.
I was concerned, so I brought in... I haven't planted them yet, so I just brought them in here.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it back outside when there's cold.
So I started my seedlings indoors from seeds, and they're ready to go
replanted.
Yeah, because my tomatoes, they're not looking good because they need more sunlight, and I think my grow lights is not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But then I bought some cilantro the other day. That's nice and bushy, and it's since Thursday. And this morning I got up and the cilantro was all fall apart. I was like, what the hell? So I watered them and I stuck them outside in the sun, and they came back up.
Oh, they need sun. Yeah.
They need
6 to 8 hours of sun, right?
Yeah, that and my peppers. I bought one. I mean, I got a ton of stuff I need to, not a ton, but I got a bunch of stuff I need to plant.
Yeah.
But those 2 things I bought, and it's just like they were not looking good, and I threw them back outside. And they perk back up in the cold and in the sun.
They're so funny, plants.
They are.
I have an era garden. But I saw Christina from Chelsea Yarns. She is using one now, and I was like, I have that. I haven't used for 2 years. So I'm thinking I'm gonna revisit that and plant some herbs inside.
Do it. Yeah. Do it. And you could put in her nice big pots she has now, the raised bed. She could plant some herbs in certain areas and greens in others and peppers. You can do all of that. The tomato, I think, will just be too greedy and take up a lot of sunlight and cover all of that stuff.
Yeah, might take over.
Yeah. So definitely she can do herbs and start it now. So in a few weeks you can get it outside. Yeah. It's easy to start.
You mean from seeds?
Yeah. Oh. No? Isn't that why you get an
No, you can leave them in there and just have them live there.
Oh, really? Permanently?
Mm-hmm.
Even better. Yeah.
So I was going to have those there and then do veggies and stuff outside.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna do so I have my veggie box outside, but it's downstairs, outside my basement. And to get from the kitchen to down there, it's like, ugh, I don't feel like going all the way down there. Laziness, right? But then it's like I want an herb garden, but I want a system where it wouldn't take up too much space, or it won't leave stains on the stone.
Do the air garden.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
I
I mean, there's another thing on your counter. Huh?
See, that's the other thing too. It's
Yeah.
like, do I want another thing on my counter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I gotta think about this some more. I gotta think about it. I like clear countertop with one or two things.
Makes it easy to clean. That's why I don't like anything.
I don't like clutter. I can't stand clutter.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyway.
Well, guys, we came to you, so we'll come again in May. Yeah.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah. The months are going by so fast. We'll be talking about Christmas soon.
Oh, don't say that. The older I get, the more I'm not liking Christmas, the gift aspect.
Yeah.
Because it's getting harder to figure these things out.
I think at some point we're going to be stopping it. At some point we
have to.
We just stopped the Easter thing. So.
Oh yeah, we did.
I just gave them candy.
I bought one of those Easter was it Godiva or Lindt chocolate bunny, and I had it at their table setting.
And that's it.
And that was whatever.
So why?
You're too big to be Easter egg hunting.
Exactly.
My son did it at his school. I'm like, they're still doing this?
They did?
This is his last year. He's in 5th grade, so he's going to middle school next year. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Ugh.
Yeah, we don't do the Easter egg hunts.
Your daughter's in middle school, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't
do that.
I don't think they do it in middle school.
No, but it's just like as they get older, it's like at some point you're going to have to stop.
These big kids with an Easter basket. I mean, come on.
This one friend of my husband, they are in Hawaii this week because it's their spring break.
Oh, yeah.
And they went to visit some friends and they were doing Easter egg hunts, and both the kids are middle schoolers.
Oh, really?
And they're doing Easter egg hunt, and they're boys.
You know, what can you, I mean, it's like trick-or-treating, I guess. Halloween.
Yeah, but you see high schoolers trick-or-treating.
Yeah. Oh, adults, really. I mean,
adults?
Do adults trick-or-treat?
They better not.
Do you trick-or-treat?
No way, Jose.
All right, guys.
Well, you guys, it's good to until next time.
Thank you for subscribing, comments. We got lots of them. We got a lot of new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your lovely comments. Once I upload this, I have to respond to the next batch I haven't gotten to, but we appreciate the comments.
Very much.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in May. Bye.
Bye.